Hey you guys, Killing86, aka Raymond. Welcome to another reaction video of Larry's Lounge. It's been a while since I've done this. Well guys, a lot has happened ever since because, well, now we know that Tom didn't sign the paper and now he's back at Larry's Lounge, which Larry believes that there's something to it. I said, why would you do this? And he said he wanted to just try something new and learn something from it, but he doesn't believe it. So seeking advice, as we saw, there's Psycho Dead there, so I wonder. But we'll find out and see.
Welcome to the lounge, all my fellow loungers, chillers, bowlers, and grillers. I am on my way to go get some advice from somebody.
Yeah.
It's kind of cold out here, but hey, guess what, guys? This week, we're going to have another podcast coming up. I'm excited for it.
Good.
And don't forget to check that out on podcast.com, podbean.com. I get that confused every time. Spotify, iTunes, and Google Play.
Nice.
Yeah, I'm excited because we skipped last week, so we're going to have a new one coming up. Man, this is a noisy road. And also, if you can support us, hit us up on Patreon and help us out with that. Well, I'm going to turn the camera off because I am not driving and vlogging. You don't do that kind of thing. Okay.
Yeah. We learned that. Somebody learned that lesson before.
Hey, Jeff.
Hey, come on in.
Hey, I need to talk to you about something.
What you got?
You know that advice that you gave me?
I gave you a lot of advice over the years. Which one are you talking about?
With Tom, with work, with the job. You mind if I sit down?
Yeah, go ahead.
It chased him out. He left.
Was that a bad thing?
Well, yeah, he can't leave. When he leaves, then he leaves the channel, and then I can't do everything on the channel.
But you don't want him in the house all the time. You know, I told you, get him out of the room. He's got to start doing stuff for you.
No, I know, and that's why I started giving him work. I think I worked him too hard.
Oh, you didn't work him too hard. Look at my boys. I work them hard.
No, I know
What they're doing now, they're in a good spot, right?
No, right, but that's what I'm saying. It's like I was doing that, and then he left. I didn't want him to leave the house. He went over to Jesse's house. He went out for the cameraman competition. Jesse rigged it so that he would get a job doing it, and then
Jesse wouldn't rig it just to get Tom in there.
I'm telling you, that's what he did. He didn't. Remember how I was the judge also?
Yeah.
Well, he didn't even ask my opinion.
Who? Jess didn't ask your opinion?
Nope.
It was you? What?
It was me,
Who else did it?
JT, Michael was supposed to give his opinion, Brian, and Swift.
And he didn't ask you? His uncle?
No, he told me who it was going to be. And I told him, I said, no, I'm not for that. And I was mad because he knows that Tom has to stay over to help me do the channel.
I'm not sure, is this just a game that they're playing on you just to mess with you?
Well, that's what, well, Tom's back now. He couldn't sign a contract. And he told me that, he gave me some kind of bullcrap excuse, something about like, he kind of felt like he was like a little bit like guilty. But he said, but mostly he came back because he didn't feel that he earned it on his own merit.
He wants to be out on his own. That's the bottom line. Because look, what have you done for him? All his life. The same thing I did for mine.
Yeah.
You pay for everything. You do everything for him. You feed him. You don't charge him anything. Finally, I had to start charging him for everything because they think it's a free ride. If you don't set up, a detail and you coddle the heck out of them, and you're guilty of it, and you know that.
Oh, I know I am.
Just as bad as I was for all those years. But I made them do lawns with me. They had to do snow all those years with me. I made them get jobs, things like that.
Well, when you had like a job like for them to do, did you give them deadlines? Like, because if I don't give them a deadline, it just sits there.
Oh no, deadlines, yeah. You gotta have it.
And that's the thing that he went off on me for. He's like, you're giving me these deadlines for everything. He's like, I'll do it eventually. Well, you know how they are. If I just say, hey, could you put the rocks around the pool? It's going to be all summer long.
What if you said, hey, lay on the couch, or hey, play video games all your life? They'd be good at it, wouldn't they?
Oh yeah.
They do that all the time. That's all they do. But you got to get them out of the house. And there was nothing wrong with the advice I gave you. You did what you were supposed to do.
Yeah, I got him out of the house. He did do his job.
He's back. He's like a boomerang. They all are.
Yeah, but I didn't want him to leave. But I didn't want him to leave to begin with, though. I just want to show him that there's, you have to do certain things if you're going to be living in the house.
I think he's just trying to make you guilty. Make you feel bad for making him work for a living, making him do some extra stuff, things like that. I think it's in their head. They're book smart, but I don't think they have common sense, them boys.
So you think he's playing me?
Oh, I think he's playing you hard.
So what do I do? I mean, he has the upper hand right now.
Why does he have the upper hand? Isn't he back in your house?
Yeah, but then he could just leave. And then if he leaves the whole channel.
He'll be back again. What's he got? Does he have a job?
He gets paid from me.
Does he? Does he get paid when he's gone?
No.
Right. There's the logic. There's the difference. You're paying him to work with you on the lounge, correct?
Oh, wow.
Right.
Okay, so when he leaves, what's he going to do?
Psycho dad here.
Nothing.
Yeah, right.
If he's visiting Jess or staying there, whatever, Jess ain't gonna put up with that. He likes money.
Yeah, right.
He's not gonna let him live there for free.
No, he'd have to.
They're not gonna baby him over there.
No, that's why I was surprised, because it's like all of a sudden he's going over there. It's like, for cameraman, I've seen Jesse's cameraman, and so have you.
Oh yeah.
They got to work. They don't just sit around.
Does he know?
And
like him or not, and I hate. I dislike most of them.
Right. But they have to work hard.
They have to work hard. They got weird hours, things like that.
Yeah.
Wow.
But if Tom's back, you hold the hammer over him, because you're going to pay him.
Yeah, you're throwing his
Yeah, but I
get a contract.
Oh.
What do you mean a contract?
Sign a contract. I did it with mine.
Oh, like a
They'll pay you for it, but in the long run, they're going to appreciate it.
You mean have a contract like saying that?
Spell it out to your benefit. Like I said, they're book smart. They don't have common sense. Put big words in there, things like that.
Oh.
You know what I mean? Just like say, basically everything's going to benefit you.
So I could put something like, oh, wait a second, this is pretty good. So I could put something like that you can't leave the lounge unless it's a mutual agreement between the two parties. Therein,
Sweet.
Like that.
See?
Like that kind of thing. If it's a mutual agreement, then it's okay.
Right.
But you can't do it.
Yeah, it's a mutual agreement, but it's all going to benefit you.
Yeah.
And the lounge.
And then and I can put stuff down there like little things like, and you have to do your partake in your, I can't use chores, it's going to have to be a big word.
No, chore. What's wrong with chore?
Chores around the house.
Spell it out.
Yeah. Yeah, I kind of like that idea.
You feel pretty good about that, right?
I do. I think that, because then it binds him, right?
Right.
He doesn't have a choice. He's going to have to stay.
And stop the coddling, really. Think about it.
Stop the what?
Stop the coddling. Make him do stuff and do a lot of stuff.
You mean more than I was doing before?
Well, did he work 8 hours a day?
No.
Right. How many hours a day did he work for you?
It was only a couple hours a day, and then if it rained, he wouldn't even go outside and do anything.
Okay, if he went to get a job, just say that there's 7-hour days, 35 hours a week, or there's 8-hour days, or 40 hours a week.
Right.
They don't do that.
Are you talking about like minus like the time that he puts on the channel?
Yeah.
Like the editing, all that stuff. Like besides that, I like subtract that from it, or are you talking about 8-hour days on top of that?
No, I'm not on top. Total. Make him work 8 hours a day or 7 hours a day. And I know we all spoil the heck out of our kids. We really do. And I'm guilty as anybody, as you are.
And you think this will work?
Oh, heck yeah. He wants that paycheck. And you've got to build it into them that they, if they want money, they're going to have to earn it.
Right.
They're not going to sit on their laurels all the time and just sit there and, oh, Dad, give me money. Look at mine, 26, 30, whatever. They're doing good now.
Right.
I kept my thumb on their back the whole time and kept them working and kept them doing things, not sitting in their rooms.
So you think, because you know what? Realistically, he doesn't have the upper hand because he's getting paid. The only money he's getting is from me, from the channel.
That's what I mean. You hold it over his head. Where's he going to go? Who puts gas in his car?
He does.
Okay, but where's the money?
I was putting it in.
Where's the money come from?
From the channel.
Right. Okay, if he didn't have that channel money, what was he going to do? He can't go anywhere, going to gas.
That's true.
Right. Who feeds him?
We do.
Right.
And we don't charge him any board.
See?
I don't know if I want to go that.
No, I'm not
put that in the contract.
You got that next. Be shrewd with this boy.
Right.
He's took advantage of you over the years. You got to get back.
Well, that's what I kind of feel like. I kind of felt like he was kind of manipulating the whole the whole
It's
thing.
like, another Jesse coming.
Make Dad feel sorry for me, help me out,
Yeah.
pay for my gas, things like that. Oh, I want this for dinner tonight, so make you feel guilty. Oh, then you got to make what they want, but then I don't want to do anything.
Hey,
This is
you're
where
right.
you learn to cook for yourself.
Yeah, I appreciate that, Joe. I really think that this,
What'd you call me?
Called you Jeff. I appreciate it, Jeff. This is
I didn't wait to call me that.
This is what? Anyway,
Yeah, you called him
this
Joe.
No, I think this is perfect. This is what I got to do. Yeah,
called
I'm
him
just going to
Joe?
close this off now because I'm going to go home and write this all up now.
Okay, but just think about this. Okay, when he was away and away from the house, it was like honeymoon time, wasn't it?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, you didn't have to worry about,
Oh yeah.
coming out of the room.
Yeah, that is true.
Uh-huh.
All right.
Yeah,
Jeff,
that's true.
man, thanks. I appreciate that because I'm gonna go home and write this thing up.
Be stern.
If I get stuck on if I need any big words, I'll text you or hit you up.
All right.
Anyway, guys, till next time, grab yourself something cold to drink, put your feet up and relax. I'll meet you at the lounge.
Well, guys, that's kind of crazy. Now he's acting like another psycho dad, which is going to be crazy. But why did he call him Joe? Maybe it was I'm sure he hasn't seen Jeff for the psycho dad for a long period of time, and you get your names mixed up. But all I know, guys, is that now that Tom's back, I think there's gonna be some changes on the lounge, and Psycho Dad doesn't know that Korn's back. So I wonder if there's a video coming out, I'm working 12 to 9 today, so I'm gonna let you guys know. So hopefully it comes out, and if it does, I might do. Actually, I gotta take a half-hour lunch, so I can't be able to do it. So I'll be able to do it when I when I get home from work. Okay, guys? Just giving you guys a heads up. Well, guys, I hope you guys enjoyed this. Don't forget to subscribe to my channel for more reactions, more gameplay. Drop some likes if you enjoyed this. Well, guys, hey, I was going to stream, but I felt my power was out, so sorry. As you guys know, I was watching Family Feud as I was getting ready to go. My power came out, so I just went to bed. But tonight, I will. Because I re-downloaded Assassin's Creed Odyssey, and I bought a new DLC for it. It's called The Fate of Atlantis. So we're going to Atlantis. So I can't wait to see how this will turn out. Alright, you guys. Thank you guys for watching, and don't forget, like I always say, stay positive.